Hello guys, I am Haris and I am the owner of this YouTube channel known as Cosmic Exploration Hub. In this video, I will talk about black holes. Now black holes are arguably the most mysterious and the most astonishing objects in the whole universe. Now let's start with the most basic question about black holes, and that is, what are black holes? Now black holes are regions in the universe where the gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape its grasp. Just so you know, light is the fastest entity in the whole universe, and theoretically, nothing can travel faster than light. And if you achieve light speed, you can orbit the Earth 7.5 times just in 1 second. Now, let's move on to how are black holes formed. Now, there are three types of black holes, and each has a different way of formation. The first type are the primordial black holes. Now, these are the black holes that formed billions of years ago in the early universe due to gravitational collapses. This basically means that in the early universe, high densities and heterogeneous conditions could have led sufficiently dense regions to undergo these gravitational collapses, forming these small black holes called the primordial black holes. Moving on, there is another type of black holes which is much more bigger and denser than primordial black holes, and this is called a stellar black hole. Now, stellar black holes are much different from primordial black holes because these are the ones which form due to the explosions of stars when they run out of fuel. So what basically happens is that normally all of the stars in the universe make energy for themselves through a process called thermonuclear fusion, where two small nuclei fuse into one larger nuclei. Now for this process, stars use hydrogen and helium as a fuel. Now, so when this hydrogen and helium finishes, then the star's core collapses on its outer surface. This means that the star now explodes. It makes a great explosion called a supernova. Now, a star may collapse into a white dwarf, or into a neutron star, or into a black hole. But in order to become a black hole, if the star's mass exceeds a limit called the Tolman-Oppenheimer-Volkoff limit, then that means that explosion would result in a small point where a lot of the mass of that star would be compressed so hard and so intensely that it would form a black hole. This makes this type of black hole more common in the universe because every second 1,000 stars explode into supernovas. Hence, a good ratio of these stars may form black holes. In the end of this video, I will tell you about a fact which would literally blow your mind off, because it is about how many black holes are wandering around in our Milky Way galaxy ready to tear us apart. Now let's come to the big beast, the biggest type of black holes, which are called supermassive black holes. And these are the ones which are mainly found in the centers of massive galaxies, like really large galaxies such as our own Milky Way. We also have a black hole at the middle of it, but we will come to it later on. Now these are really mysterious ones because we do not know how they basically formed. Where do they come from? Some theories suggest that they were formed due to the collision of a lot of black holes into this massive supermassive black hole, but this is an exception, and we have removed this from a list because there is not, like, those black holes wouldn't have got enough time in the history of the universe to make such a big black hole, because the universe is not so old enough, astronomically speaking. So this means that we do not know at all. We have theories, but we don't exactly know how these huge black holes formed. Coming back to our point, the one in the center of our Milky Way is the Sagittarius A star black hole, which is billions of times the mass of our own sun, which is just too much for our mind to take. Just think of a point of matter which has such a strong gravitational field that it attracts these billions of stars in our Milky Way galaxy to orbit it. So you all may know how large and how massive this black hole could be. And just a reminder that you all may have seen the picture of the black hole that we took in 2019 with the Event Horizon Telescope. That was basically a picture depicting a supermassive black hole at the center of the M87 galaxy, which is really far away from us, but thanks to our technology and telescopes we could take a picture of it. And now we will talk about the general structure of black holes, like what is that red thing around it, what is the black point, and like what exists inside it, and how do we get there and all. So I will remove the point of getting there, because it is literally impossible for us to get there, and even if we get there, it would be a once in a lifetime journey, because once we get too close to it, it is a point of no return. Why did I call this a point of no return? I explained in the start that these are places from where nothing can escape, not even light. So the general structure starts with the main black point, and that black point is called the event horizon. It is where all of the mass is compressed, and this point is infinitely dense. It contains a singularity, a point of singularity, which is infinitely small and infinitely dense. And so I have written a blog about the black holes, of which the title is The Places Where God Divided by Zero, because the formula for finding density is density equals to mass over volume, and the volume right here is zero because that place is infinitely small, therefore it's a division by zero. Moving on, another great element of that picture we took in 2019 is that red kind of things, matter orbiting that black hole. And so what is it? So this is basically a structure formed by the diffused material that is in orbital motion around this black hole. Now, even though the gravity of this black hole is just too strong, the matter in these accretion disks does not get sucked into the black hole, because this matter is spinning too fast for falling into the black hole. When this stuff gets too close to the black hole, the gravity of the gravitational pull of the black hole accelerates it up to incredible speed, which in turn causes friction, and therefore it makes incredible heat, and it heats up the matter into incredible temperatures, and therefore this hot matter in the accretion disk glows, and it is so bright that it can be seen far away, millions of billions of light years away. Now that we know about the general structure and the types of black holes and how do they form, I will tell you some facts about black holes which will shock you and at the same time scare you, because it scared the crap out of me. So the first fact I'll tell you, which will shock you a lot, is that anything in the universe can be converted into a black hole if it is compressed below a limit called the Schwarzschild Radius. And it is basically a mathematical formula for every object. It differs between objects, and if anything or any object is compressed below that limit, it will become a black hole. And for an example, the Schwarzschild radius of our Earth is a peanut. Like, if you compress the whole mass of the whole planet Earth, which is 12,756 kilometers in diameter, if you compressed it all into a small peanut, then it would become a black hole. Moving on, another strange fact about black holes is that there are millions of black holes wandering around in our Milky Way galaxy, and only if one black hole got too near to us, we would all be doomed. But for now, we have nothing to be scared about, because the closest black hole to us is approximately 1000 light years away from us, which is a safe distance. But if it comes too close to us, then as I told you, we would be doomed again. Now that we're done with the facts, let's come to how scientists find black holes. So as the name suggests, black holes are black, so we cannot see them with strong telescopes, even with the strongest telescopes in the universe, until we detect X-ray radiations, types of X-ray radiations called gamma radiations from them, which are the most intense type of radiations. And we can also find these black holes when we see them feeding on nearby matters such as stars, planets, etc. And this suggests that humans did not find any black hole until X-ray astronomy was used. And so this marks the end for this video, and thank you for watching if you watched till the end. And I would love if you would share your feedback about this video in the comment section, and I would take help from that so that I can make better videos next time.